I think, whoever wants to start first, maybe just kind of talk me through like your radio story and then kind of like where you're at today. And then we'll make it a group discussion at that point about like what you guys are up to.
My name is Jordan Adler, also known as J-Man or DJ J-Man in some circles. I started radio back in 2011. So it's been like 10 years or so since I started. I just had my anniversary. Actually, it was at the place where I started radio broadcasting at, which is called Ep10, which is East Valley Institute of Technology, which is the tech school where you can study all kinds of careers and stuff. And that's where I started radio broadcasting at for 2.5 years.
What made you interested to want to take that career path?
It was like accidentally came into my life because I didn't know. I knew I wanted to do something with music, or I wanted to be a actor or some kind of like voice actor or something. But like how I started, like I just like I was in my living room and I wanted to play on music on my iTunes. So I put music on my iTunes, and I was just pretending to be a DJ like in 2010. And then
you were pretending to be like a radio DJ?
Yeah, I was pretending to be a radio DJ in 2010. Okay. And then in 2011, my teacher just tells me, "Hey, you could go to EVIT for half a day and study radio broadcasting." I'm like, "Really?" It's like, "Okay." And it's like a school where you have to get like invited to go to. So yeah, we went to EVIT Expo, which is one of their festivals. And so I met the teacher. I saw the classrooms. I first went into this cartoon program, like drawing or stop motion animation. And I was like, no, this is not my thing. So we went upstairs to see the radio program, and I loved it. I loved it, and then I saw another guy in a wheelchair. I was like, okay, so if he can do it, then I can do it too. So it started after that. I mean, I had to go through some training because they didn't think I would be able to go to that school and like can do stuff by myself.
Was the school equipped for wheelchairs? The consoles are typically tall in a radio studio. So were they set up for you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the first year and a half, like I wasn't on air because I had to do everything in the book and learn everything first. And then my teacher didn't really want me to be on air yet until the second year or so. And so now the board, the audio board, the main studio was really tall. So I kind of had a problem reaching it. But then they had this handicap studio where next door to the main one. And I was able to use that one if I couldn't use the main one, but I figured out a way to use the main one too.
How'd you do that?
My arms are very long. I didn't realize how long my arms was until I actually was reaching for the board. I was like, okay, I can reach.
Did you pull the mic down then by your?
I can pull the mic down to in front of my face, and then I had my hand went on the mic button and the music button, so I was able to do everything from there. But in the handicap studio, I was able to touch everything. It was great.
Awesome. Okay.
It took a student aide in summer school to get me to be on air because he heard me and my co-host Grant. He heard us in the hallway, like laughing and joking around and stuff. And he was like, "Hey, you guys should have your own radio show." I'm like, "Yeah, we should." And then it took almost a year and a half for me to be on air, and I finally got on air. But I started before all this, before I even started EVIT, I had my own little crappy music podcast, which was on Spreaker Radio, and oh my gosh, that was so crappy. My voice was very deep,
Everybody
And
says that about their first one that has been through this. Everybody talks about how crappy their first episodes were.
yeah, it was crappy, but somehow I got 10,000 downloads. I don't know how that was possible.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm like, that's how I got my start. I mean, I had my first interview on there with this band.
And like, what year was that? Like, so this was like around 2011 also?
Yeah, 2011 to like 2013.
Because you were early podcasting. Nice.
Yeah. That's how I started.
Jacob.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Jacob, and I have like 2 internet radio stations, kind of, and I'm helping co-own a station as well. So, and when I'm not doing radio, I have like a job to help pay to keep running the station. So
I know
I
how
do
that
a little
goes.
bit. So yeah, for me, how I got started in like this whole radio thing, I was interested in like DJs, like not radio DJs, like Marshmallow, like those kind of DJs. I think
Okay.
that got me started into radio, and then like I liked how how the DJs like the mixers and all that, like how like they did that and all that with playing music and all that. And I think
So you wanted to
that's
find
how-
a place to like play it or something?
yeah. So I got like a mixer, and then I did like that, like just like played music on my own and all that. And
Oh,
yeah, and
Oh, that's
I
cool.
did like a little gig like for my dad's company, so that was a little bit nice. So I think that was the start of it, like that got me into radio and all that. And then after that, I know like I think it was in 2016 I started like my first internet station, I think. And the fun little fact, my station that I own right now, I think it was like a Christmas station before. So yeah. It was a
Wow.
Christmas station, and now it's not now. So yeah.
how did you learn at that time that to go do that? Like, did you just go online to learn how to start an internet station?
I think so. Yeah, I think I like Googled like how to start a radio station or internet station or something like that. So yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
so
me
then
too, basically. Yeah. I wasn't taught how to run an internet radio station at the school. So
and same with your podcast too, huh? Did you do that on your own too?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it's amazing with all the resources out there. So
Yeah.
then how did you guys meet then?
I think it was
On
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Was it through doing the radio type stuff that you do?
Yeah.
I think I saw him in a radio group on Facebook, or he was like mutual friends with somebody I know. And then I saw that he owned his 100 Arizona, and then we started talking after that.
So yeah.
And you guys have become friends because you guys have worked on like a few
Mhm.
projects, right?
Mhm.
So talk about some of the
Yeah.
projects you guys have done together.
It's like the first award show for my station. I think that was like when we met in person. So that was awesome.
That was in 2019, right?
Mhm.
Do you guys
I
live
think
near each
so.
other?
A little bit
Yeah,
far.
something like that. Yeah, I think maybe like 20, 25 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, 25 minutes away. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
He
wow.
has,
So
he has a really nice house. Really
Oh,
nice.
that's is where you're sitting, Jacob? Is that where your little studio set up right there? Because I see you got the mic
Yeah.
arm. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's in my room. So yeah.
I want to share this about Jacob. Like when I came to his house, he has like steps in his like front door, so he had to like help me get in. He had to pick
Yeah.
up my chair and put me on his level.
Was he? Did he do it okay? He didn't drop you? or
Yeah,
anything?
he did pretty great without he did pretty great without like knowing who I was. But I get like a little freaked out when someone picks me up or
Mhm.
tries to push me and stuff. I get freaked out. I'm also afraid of heights too. So
Oh.
I'm like, I don't want to be too far up, but I don't want to be too far down too. So, but I actually fully trusted Jacob. We met in person.
Uh-huh.
We saw each other for like 5 seconds, and I just fully like trusted him to pick my chair up.
I love that.
It's only like two, like it was only like 2 steps, but that's
Yeah, I mean,
that's
one
a lot.
wrong step. Yeah, one
that's a
wrong
lot for me.
Yeah, you go tumbling. So then you guys specifically met up to record or to hang out, like.
Yeah.
I was helping him host the award show. I met his dad, met his mom, met his sisters. Yeah.
So this was before COVID, but it's still on Facebook then?
Yeah, it's still on Facebook.
Yeah. That was on that was on Facebook.
You guys did Facebook Live for that?
We did one before that, before we met in person. We did one award show. Oh no, that was in 2020. Never mind. That 2019 was the first one, and then we was in person, and we did that one in person, but it was also on Facebook Live.
Okay.
And we also did one in 2020, and then and then 2022. So that's this year.
And how'd you guys learn to do? Because I was so impressed at the past 2 times that I've been on, like the video work, the transitions and moving from camera to camera. You guys, where'd you learn how to do that?
I think probably just watching YouTube for me. Yeah, I seen like how a few podcasts, like how a few influencers who are doing podcasting, I seen like how like they do like that stuff. So I think that's how I learned a little bit of that.
Yeah, the same for me too, because the stuff that I didn't learn at EVIT, I taught myself basically how to do. And so I kind of had a little bit of media background before EVIT, because I was trying to edit my Lego videos and other vlog stuff, and I don't know, my editing got better as I went to EVIT, and as I got older, all my videos and radio stuff got better as I went. But then like knowing, like watching other videos on YouTube and seeing how Jacob did his, that actually helped me do mine too. So I liked how he does his videos.
Yeah. So you were early on then one of those people that because you said even before the school. So one of those people that was recording videos and putting them on YouTube. You were doing that for a while, it seems.
Yeah, before the radio stuff, yeah.
Which is funny now, that people like you guys that have been doing stuff like that, especially, I mean, doing, you guys are doing award shows on Facebook Live before the pandemic. It's crazy now how everything's kind of caught up, and you guys are essentially already prepared for that, because you guys have already been putting out content. I mean, I remember Jordan, you a couple years ago or something, I think you were doing a vlog specifically about like being in your wheelchair, and it was like a day-to-day kind of thing. I think it was like, or maybe it was like an hour-long thing or something, and it was like following you through the day. And like I remember watching that, and I like thought it was really interesting, and it made me wonder too about the stuff like, our radio studio's equipped for handicap and stuff like that, because
they're all tall. And that's why I'm not. That's why you don't see me posting that I'm in an Ep10 studio, because I'm not, because I can't go into the studios. The only studio that I can actually go into is EVIT's, and all the other radio boards here are like all tall. And I don't think that they have handicap studios here, but I could probably check.
It made me curious though.
I like what I'm doing now with all the internet radio, and
Yeah, you have a little more freedom.
Sure. Yeah. I've been on a few FM studios, FM stations, but I like the internet. I like the free form variety internet way.
And you guys can create cool stuff. About by putting out the content, and like we talked about doing the award shows and doing those things, like essentially, you guys are doing this better than a lot of people that are in radio right now too. People know who you are. I mean, like I said, it's so impressive what you guys have been able to put out, especially, learning it on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I do think that there's going to be a lot of younger people like you guys like doing that, and it's so cool that we have those resources to be able to do so. You don't have to wait for somebody, or you don't have to pay to go to school to do it.
Like anyone can be a DJ these days. They just gotta put the time and effort and the commitment into it.
Exactly.
And that's what's hard to own an internet radio station, Marie, because people, when we try to get radio DJs to be on our stations, it's hard to find good people that are committed that be able to do it.
So there's J-Man Radio, and then Hits 100.
Yeah.
There's a third, right? Or aren't there like 4? You guys, that was another one I couldn't keep track of either. You guys have a few of these, don't you?
Yeah, I have a few of them, and I think Jordan maybe let my notes has one, unless
I just have J-Man Radio.
One.
Now, do you guys do on air shifts on your guys's or on your stations, or do you just manage it?
For me, I manage it. Yeah.
And right now, I'm just managing mine. But I want to work my way up to do another radio show again on the station. Just can't figure out how to put it into my schedule yet.
So we know Jacob, yes, you have the On the Mic podcast, which is awesome. I love again, love video featuring other radio people, but I saw for season 2, you guys are partnering for this one. So tell me a little bit about
that.
It's just like, I think it randomly came to my mind as something like, hey, I should have him like be a co-host and all that, like for the podcast and all that. And yeah, and we're good at like collaborating and all that. And we done like the first award show in the past, and we're friends and all that, So yeah, it makes sense.
What are your guys' strengths that make you guys like work well together?
I just think that we get along so well. We bond with each other so well. I think because we both have a disability. I think that has something to do with it. And I think we have really good personalities, and our personalities go well with each other. Like we work a lot, and we work well together.
Looks like you guys are both early on content creators. Have always been interested in that.
Yeah. We both have a lot in common, and we both love music and radio and helping people. So it just fits.
We both have stuff in common, and it fits and it makes sense and all that. And
I think it's so cool that you guys like met online through like a common bond, and then like have kept the friendship going, because especially in the pandemic now, we're all kind of meeting each other too. Are you guys able to sell like sponsorships and stuff on your internet radio? Like I don't really know how internet radio works that well.
I think it works. Maybe
that's a hard part.
Yeah, I think it maybe kind of works and kind of like is different, like similar to like maybe FM or something. I'm not really sure how sponsorships work, and I don't know.
I know a little bit of it.
Like I don't know if other internet radio station owners like know like how it works too. So not really sure. Unless there's like one that we never heard of that is like doing a really good job and like a whole sponsorship and all that. But yeah,
I mean, like with at Ep10, I learned how to marketing and stuff, and like I learned how to call people on the phone and ask and tell them about the program and ask them if they wanted to sponsor it. Like I had to do that for Goodwill one time. And was it Goodwill? No, it wasn't Goodwill. It was Kimomo. Yeah, Kimomo.
Oh.
And I call the person. I for one thing, Marie, I don't like talking on the phone. I still don't. Especially if it's like such as security people or government people. I hate it.
Right.
But if it's someone, if it's something to do with the radio or like interviewing people, then I can stay on the phone for hours. But if it's something to do with personal life, no, thank you. And I had to do this. I did this marketing thing, and I was shaking so much. I was like shy and nervous as it is, and I just didn't want to do it. But I think from the making money side of things of internet radio, it's hard because like we have to reach out to them or they reach out to us. And but I mean, Jacob said he has his own job, and he's making money as it is, and he's Jacob, do you get sponsors for your podcast?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah,
okay.
Just the platform that I'm using. So not sure if they would be considered like a real sponsor or not, but probably
maybe
not. So
maybe probably not. But it's hard because I mean, for me, like I can't actually make money from the stuff that I do because of Social Security. They will take my benefits away if I make 1 penny.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks because I had a daycare job after I got out of high school.
Yeah. And
that was like down the street, and it was so good, and and I loved waking up every morning and trying to make a difference in people's lives. Like I love helping people and stuff. So I just love waking up and doing that. And they tell me that if you work, I was doing like 5 hours, 2 days a week, 5 hours, 2 days a week. And back then, it was only $10 an hour. That was it. It's more. It's way more now. But back then, it was $10 an hour. So I was every 2 weeks I would get paid. Into schools and stuff, get paid. I would get paid the next week. So every 2 weeks I would get paid. Now I was bringing like $450 every 2 weeks, which was nice. Nice to have. But we had me and my mom had to pay it back because of all the Social Security stuff. We went. I guess they said that I went over my limit of how much I can make.
So ridiculous.
It was so stupid. Like they tell us to get a job and then they take it away from us.
That's ridiculous.
And that's the same thing, same way with a voc rehab. I had voc rehab when I was in high school, and they was telling me, "Oh, we won't support radio stuff." And I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And then they want to put me in like to work in medicine and like make the pills, and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do that."
Yeah.
Put me the wrong thing. Like, why would you guys want to support radio or any media thing? And so then I was like, can I just be like a police dispatcher or something? Because I would like love to do that. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If I can't be in radio, I would just be radio for the police, for emergency
Something to
services.
use your voice. Yeah.
They wouldn't support that either. And I'm like, okay.
So you can make money if it's something that they approve of?
It has to be under the table and in like gift card form or like some kind of or money. Then like I can do stuff under the table, and I know I know like FM stations or iHeartRadio would not do under the table stuff. So it would be hard for me to work for iHeartRadio or something like that. But that's the dream. The dream is to be just like Ryan Seacrest or like Casey Kasem. Like that's the dream.
So, but would both of you eventually like to work at an actual radio station?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would love that.
And then, so right now you're just doing this like because for the love of it, you just enjoy it. So you're just gonna keep doing it
for the volunteer work and just loving it. Yeah.
You guys are you're practicing the video, the podcasting, like all YouTube, all the content creating right now. And so if you apply for a job, or again, at least a big part of it is just networking, people knowing who you are.
Yeah.
So you have content like that, and you have the practice and an air check.
I have the radio certification. I just won't be able to get a job or keep the job.
What market are you guys? Tucson? You guys here?
Probably Phoenix for me. Yeah.
Is there one in Chandler? That's one in Chandler, right?
Maybe, I'm not really sure.
Okay. And
Chandler and Tucson.
What would you want to do for the station on air?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
On air, voice tracking, on air stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of doing a lot of stuff on your own, you guys do your own graphics too?
Yeah.
I do all mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys use to do your graphics?
Canva.
Yeah, I use the same thing. Canva.
Me too. Isn't that such a great tool?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so drag and drop and click and paste.
So the radio side, do you like playing the music more, or do you like talking more? Like what's the part that you guys makes you excited?
For me, both. Yeah. Talking and playing the music is nice and all of that.
I can say the same thing. I mean, I love music. I love playing new music. But I also love to talk and love to talk to people. I don't like to do shows by myself. So I'm better with a co-host.
With a co-host, okay.
But if I had to be by myself, I would talk maybe like after every 5 songs and then just do it as is. And if I be with the co-host, then it's great.
Exactly. I know you can have somebody to bounce off of.
I can't really tolerate 4-hour shows anymore. I'm getting a bit too old for 4-hour shows.
That's a long time.
They wear me out, man.
Now, can you guys only play independent artists on your guys' stations, or can you play any mainstream people?
Yeah, any mainstream people.
We can play mainstream. We're all like music license now.
Yeah.
How does that work? How are you able to do that? Do you know?
with our software that we use.
It's like licensed through them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, is it limited then? So it's not just any artist, it's only people that have like this partnership with them?
Anybody, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that lives in the US, Canada, and all those other countries. Back in the day, Marie, when I didn't know anything about music license, I did play a few songs that was not licensed. That I did, but nobody said anything to me about it. But then this one like Black Sheep Network found out about it, and they wasn't too happy about it. Like they was not happy. They wanted to shut down my station. What? And I was like, and then they chickened out and they just didn't do it. But now I have to be careful.
Now, Jacob, your mic's set up there too. So is that another thing that did you learn? Did somebody come help you do that, or did you learn on YouTube to kind of set that up?
I think I kind of maybe learned on YouTube a little bit and learned with the instructions.
If you could work in any format in radio, which format would it be?
Top 40 or CHL. I think that would be the format for me.
Mine is like between like, I love all the 80s and 90s music. Okay. So I would probably do like a retro station or do variety. I love playing anything.
Neither of you are like, oh, I love country music or anything like that.
No.
Starting, I like the new country. I like the new, like
the more poppy
country
sounding. Yeah. On your guys' internet stations, can you tell like if somebody's listening, is something picking that up, or do you not know?
Yeah, something's picking it up. Yeah.
So it'll tell you if you have people listening.
Yeah, it would
like
show
some
us,
kind of IP thing or something
like
that.
It would show us the IP address, and it shows where they're listening from, what country they're listening from, what device they're listening on. How long they listen for.
You guys had people listen to your stations outside of the country?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that kind of cool to look at the stuff and be like, wow, people are actually listening to what I've created?
Yeah, it's really cool when they actually request you to go live 24/7. Because when I was first starting G-Man Radio, I started off doing like a 15-hour stream, and that's it. Okay. And people like in the UK and stuff would try to listen, and the station would be off air. So I would get emails and say, "Hey, can you make your station be 24/7? I can't listen," and I went to listen. So okay, so like when I got enough money to upgrade my stuff, I was able to upgrade to 24/7. That's when people came rolling in.
Looking at the analytics for the station right now for Hits 100 Arizona, and right now there's one listening from Germany, one listening from Belgium, 2 listening from Japan, 6 listening from the UK. So
wow. And so that's and is yours 24/7?
Yeah.
Yep.
If they want to listen to Jacob your station and Jordan your station, where would we go? Which website?
They would go to 100az.live for mine.
100az.live.
Yeah.
For Hits 100 Arizona.
Yeah, I'll Google that. Or Odyssey, of course.
Yeah.
And how about you, Jordan, if we want to hear your station?
jmanradio.com. There's like multiple ways you can listen, and we have like we have like chats. We have like a tech chat, a radio on air show chat. We have many ways to listen. We have full like indie support, and yeah, it's pretty cool.